Hello, I'm Arlyn Hackett with Storytellers of San Diego, and I'm here today to honor and celebrate mothers. My mother's favorite cake was angel food cake. Now, she would have that on her birthdays and Mother's Day. You should know, however, that my mother was kind of old school, and I had two older brothers, and her idea of boys was they would stay out of the kitchen. I don't know if she thought it was about boys or whether she thought it was we were just be messy, which is probably the more accurate one. So I never learned to cook at home, and so I never made angel food cake for my mother, and I never made really any desserts for my mother when I lived at home. And so this is for you to know, is she always made her own Mother's Day cake and her own birthday cake, and so this is like a cake for her. Angel food cake is a strange cake. It's unlike others in that there's no fat in it, that there's no butter, there's no cream, there's no oil, and you don't grease the pan, and when you take it out of the oven, you turn the pan upside down. It's made with flour, sugar, vanilla, cream of tartar, and egg whites. This cake has the equivalent of 12 egg whites. My mother always made angel food cake with cake mix. This cake today is made with cake mix. Angel food cake, when you do it from scratch, you need 12 egg whites. That means separating 12 eggs and making sure that there's no egg yolk that gets in the white. Otherwise, the cake won't be foamy and it won't blossom up. That's what makes an angel food cake so unique. It's airy, it's fluffy, it's light. And I guess all of those things are what my mother thought of. Angel food cake is thought to be a reference to the food for angels. It was light and airy that even an angel could fly through the air and carry the cake. Historically, the cake is associated sometimes with certain ethnic communities. The Amish in Pennsylvania often serve this for weddings, in that the angels will bring the best dreams to the married couple. In the African American community, it's often served at funerals, in that the angels will carry the deceased away. I often think of how my mother did this, is that she just always did it quickly. It was always easy, just a cake mix, and she added water. There is one particular occasion, however, that I remember that I will always think of when I think of angel food cake. You know, I have my traditions, which is this. I mean, angel food cake has its other tradition, which has been being made for about 150 years. So my little tradition that I will never forget about angel food cake is that it was a Mother's Day, and on Mother's Day, the cake was often served with strawberries and whipped cream. We called that shortcake, even though it was really angel food cake. But on this occasion, as quite often in family meals, my Aunt Eileen was there, and she was our favorite aunt. And my brothers and I always used to joke about Aunt Eileen because we knew that when it came time to dessert, she would say the same thing over and over again from every dinner, which was, "Oh, you shouldn't have cut me such a big piece. It's just too big." And then turn around and eat the cake. So on this particular occasion, my oldest brother, was sitting next to Eileen. And sure enough, when my mother presented the servings of the cake with strawberries and whipped cream, she said, "Oh, you shouldn't have given me such a big piece." And then my bratty brother reached over and took the angel food cake and wadded it up in a ball and said, "Now, is that small enough?" My mother gasped. Everybody at the table started laughing. And then my mother got up very quietly and walked over to where Eileen and my brother were seated, and she exchanged their plates. As quite often was the case, my mother had the last laugh. Happy Mother's Day, everyone.